everyone, it's Annette from tipsfromatypicalmomblog.com, and today we're going to make a cute burlap wreath that's actually interchangeable. You can put different colored burlap on it depending on the season that you want to use it for your door. So we start off with a straw wreath. It's just covered with plastic wrap. I think it only cost me about $2.50 at Walmart. Also, this cute roll of chevron print burlap, and it is made by Simple Style. And then I'm just going to show you what I did to some of this burlap. I cut this. These are 13 inches wide, and as you can see, I took one piece and I just cut a wave down the middle of it because that's what we're going to make our flowers for the wreath with. And then I made 3 little rectangles that we're going to be gluing our flowers to, so that they have something to grab onto to actually make the flower form. I have some scissors. You're going to need some hot glue and some straight pins, and that's all. It's really easy and simple, so let's get started. So we're going to start making the flower, and I'm starting with this 13-inch piece of burlap, and I've just cut waves on the top of it. And then I also have my rectangle down here, and I have a paper towel underneath because if the hot glue goes through, it's okay to stick to the paper towel because I don't care if there's a little bit of paper towel back there when I pull it off. But you start with a dot, and then you're going to stick it on, and you need to be careful to not touch that hot glue. If you have to, you can lick your finger, and actually that will help it. It's kind of strange. Anyway, so I just started in the center, and then I'm going to fold over. I'm going to put another dot of glue right here. I'm going to fold this over and push down. And then I'm going to put another dot of glue right there in the center. And I'm going to fold over, kind of like making a little ruffle. And as I'm going around, I'm pushing the petals down because for this flower, I don't want the petals to be sticking up. Another dot of glue, another little bend and ruffle. Just keep repeating that process as you make a circle. And just use the hot glue where you need to make sure that the flower stays down. And I'm going to show you how to make the center of the flower. I don't want to use a button or anything like that, so I'm just going to take a little piece of burlap like this, and then I'm actually just going to kind of like pinch it in like this to make kind of like a little button. And then I'm actually going to just hot glue it on right there. So let's get a dot of hot glue. I'm just going to pucker this up. Just kind of make a little button, hold it tight, flip it over and stick it on. As you can see, it's probably a good idea to use a low temperature glue gun for this project. And then when you're done, you pull it off the paper towel. See, there's a little bit of paper towel on the back right there, but I don't care. And then I'm just going to cut away a lot of this extra burlap. Wasn't quite sure how big of a circle I needed, so I just did it on the big rectangle because you can always trim away. And there you have it, cute little burlap flower. And that will be part of our wreath. So I made another one. This one's just a little bit bigger, and it kind of scoops up instead of lays flat. So I have 2 flowers. Okay, now we're gonna make a different little flower. I'm gonna cut another piece of burlap right here to be the base for the flower. And then I just have, well, let's see how big this is. This is about 8 inches. I'm going to start at the corner, and I'm going to roll this up to make a rope. And what we're making is just a mini version of this little rosette. So you just make a rope, and then you just start from the outside and work your way in, making a spiral basically. So over to the side of the burlap, you're gonna start. Don't burn yourself. I always lick my finger before I push down. And then just start going around in a circle with the hot glue gun. And as I'm going, I'm kind of twisting this burlap so it kind of makes an interesting shape. And then in the middle, I'll put some more glue. And then this will be the finish of this little rosette right here. And this one's not as cute as the other one. I made it a little bit too wide. But you could also do another one of those cute little buttons. If yours doesn't turn out cute. We're all about improvising, right? I don't ever want to do anything over again. I hate doing double the work. So I'm going to make a little button, and I'm just going to stick that in there in the middle. Okay, and then I'm just going to cut. As close to the rosette as I can. This is exactly how I made that bigger one, except I had more burlap to work with. As you can see, it went around about 3 times. This one didn't. So these are going to be the 3 flowers that we're going to use on our wreath. Okay, now we're going to get ready to put the burlap around the frame. So what I use is just straight pins and the burlap, and I put the pins in sideways like this because they don't have a very big head on them and I don't want them to get pulled through the burlap. That way there's still some of the pin pushing in on the burlap. And I don't have very much burlap left actually, so I'm actually going to do some wide swoops around this. You just have to make sure that as you go, you're covering up the edge from the front. And all you do is wrap around it. It's just like putting an ankle wrap on your ankle when you get hurt. It's really easy. And if you get like a loose corner, don't worry about it, because when you go back over it, it's going to pull it tight. And then when I'm done, I just flip it over. And because this part right here looks a little bit more like where I would add the hanger, this is where I'm going to add the ribbon to actually hang this. Because if you notice, it looks kind of more like a straight piece, and so that's where I would put a chunk of ribbon to actually hang it. And then all you do after that is you're going to actually hot glue your flowers on any way you like. You can stick that under or above. And we're just going to do like a cute little gathering here. And then you're done with your wreath. And when you want to change it out for a different color, for a different season, you just undo the pins and you peel it off, and these will be hot glued to the burlap and not the wreath itself, so it works out cute. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe. Go visit my blog, tipsfromatypicalmomblog.com, so that you can see the cute pictures of this wreath finished.